Hello everyone, I am Madhu. Welcome back to my channel, Software Testing World. If you are into software testing or just starting your journey, that is a QA journey, today's video is super useful for you. And we are just talking about something every tester needs to know, that is the defect report. So, in this today's video, we are going to discuss what it is and why defect reporting is very important and how do we actually write one defect report. So, let's get into it. Before starting the topic, first we should know what is a defect or bug. As a tester, when we are testing an application and if we are seeing any mismatch between the expected and the actual results, at that time we are telling that we just gotten defect. So, if you want to know more regarding defect or bug, I have uploaded another video that is defect, bug, issue, failure, everything. What is this and what is the difference between all of this? So kindly go through that video and you will get more idea on defect. Then after that, this topic is coming. What is defect reporting? Now we'll start about defect reporting. First, we'll discuss what is a defect report. A defect report is nothing but a document where we log a bug that we found during testing. It tells the developer exactly what went wrong, okay, and how to reproduce it and why it needs the fixing. It is nothing but just think one live example. Suppose we are going to a doctor and we are just telling what happens to us. At that time, doctor is just writing a prescription, and what that prescription is telling, it is explaining the symptoms and what are the issue it happened with us and what needs to be treated. This defect report is nothing just like as the doctor's prescription, and then why it is important. Without a proper defect report, the developers might miss the issue and not fully understand it while resolving the issue. So, clear and clean report saves time of both the developer and the tester and improves the communication between the developer and tester. It helps also to deliver a better software. And along with all this point, it also helps in tracking the defect until its beginning to its fix it. If any test case was failed, that then what basically the corresponding tester or test engineer does at that time, he or she follows the below format to report a defect to the defect tracking team. Okay, in all organization there are defect tracking team, and also it varies from organization to organization. In big organization or MNCs, there are particular defect tracking team because their team size is very big. But in small organization, don't have defect tracking team. What they are doing basically, it is a discussion between the test lead and the development lead, and also you can tell them as a defect tracking team, but they both decide what to be fixed and what not to be fixed. Okay, in this particular defect report I have followed IEEE 829 standard. Defect report also varies from organization to organization, but I have tried to follow IEEE 829 format and make this defect report for you. Okay, first is defect ID. Defect ID is nothing but the unique number or name to track the particular defect or issue. Then the summary or defect description. Defect description is nothing but the summary of the detected defect. Whenever you are raising a defect and you are making this particular defect report, at that time in the summary you have to write, means in one line, summary is nothing but the 1 to 2 liner defect whatever you have detected regarding that particular defect. Okay, and in that also your describe means that one liner or two liner should describe what is your motto for that particular defect to raise. Then build version ID. There will be a version number of the current build. The tester found that defect in that particular build version. Okay, what is that? Whenever you are verifying a particular software under test, means application under test, AUT. In some organization are telling us AUT, application under test. It is coming in builds. Okay, and in that build there will be a version ID. It's the build version ID tells about that. Then the feature or the module, that is the name of the module, whatever you have got the defect, that you have to mention under feature or the module. Then test case ID, in which particular test case ID you got this defect and you are going to raise it. That describes it. Then for that reason you have to write the test case ID. After that you have to write one more point, that is reproducible. Means the defect can be reproducible or not. If yes, the defect appears every time in the test repetition. Means whenever you are repeating the particular test, wherever you got the defect, and it can be reproducible in that particular defect report, you have to mention that thing. If no, means some defects are there, it is rarely, you will be getting rarely in the test repetition, that also you have to mention in under that point, reproducible or not. Okay. But if it is yes, then attach the corresponding failed test case. You have to attach the corresponding failed test case to that particular point. If no, you have to also attach the corresponding failed test cases and the screenshots. You have to give more proof if you are writing no, because it is appearing very rarely and in all test repetitions you are not getting. So you have to provide more information if you are writing. It's not reproducible every time. Then there comes the point severity. What is the severity? Regarding the severity and the priority point, I am going to upload another video. Kindly follow that video, you will understand more about this topic and you'll get more knowledge also. Here I am just mentioning you in a one liner thing. The severity is nothing but the seriousness of the defect with respect to the functionality. Whatever functionality you are verifying or testing, what is the severity, means whatever defect you are raising in the, how much it is serious. That defect is how much serious that you have to fix it as soon as possible. That is known as severity. Then priority, the importance of defect fixing with respect to the customer interest. Priority is based on the customer, and you have to fix that defect based on the customer's interest. Then you have to verify the test environment, means you have to write down the test environment details used, hardware and software, while detecting this defect. Whenever you have detected this defect, what are the hardware and software, means which test environment you got this defect. Then status, if status is new, reporting for the first time, or reopen, or that report is already, sorry, the defect is already raised and you are reopening that particular defect again, that is re-reporting. That you have to mention over here. Then reported by means the name of the test engineer or test executor who have reported this defect. Reported on, you have to mention the date and time when you got this defect. Then send to, you have to write the details of the defect tracking team, whoever will be available, means whoever will be present in the defect tracking team, you have to send to all of these people. Then reviewed by, you have to write down your test lead details who have reviewed that defect and means he has confirmed that it is a correct defect. Then suggested fix, as a tester, as you, if you are a experienced tester, you'll be having so many suggestions, means you can get the log of the defect and everything, means all the details of the defect, and you can give your suggestion to fix this defect. It is on optional field if you have idea. These are the fields you'll be getting in the defect. Now I'm going to give you an example of a defect report. Okay. Example I have not mentioned over here, but here I want to explain about this particular example. Suppose I am just using a shopping app, okay, and in that shopping app, whenever I'll be clicking a submit order button, basically what it should do, what is your expected result? When you'll be clicking on submit order button, our order should get placed. But as a defect I got that nothing happens whenever I'm clicking on the submit order button. So for this particular defect, I have to prepare my defect report. Then what I'll write? I have to write. You have to follow all these points, whatever I have explained here in this particular video. And in the summary, what you can write. I'm just giving you a very less number of points, means I'm going to cover less number of points from this defect report. Okay. Then summary, you have to write that summary order button is not working. In very simple line, you can write, it is a one liner statement I said, and it is just telling you what is happening in this particular defect. Then you have to write the steps to reproduce. This is very important point you have to write in the defect report. If you'll be not writing the steps to reproduce, it will be very difficult for the developer who is going to fix this defect. Then what you will write in the steps? First, you have to add an item to the cart. Then you have to, after adding your item, you have to click on submit button. This is your step. Then expected result. What you should expect? Order should get placed, but actual reason, but the button is not responding. That is no response. So its severity is major and priority is high. So if you'll be writing all this point in a systematic way, it will be very easy for the development team to know exactly what is broken in this particular defect, and he or she can able to fix the defect very soon. So defect reporting is very important part in software testing. And so the interview questions you'll be getting, as I said, it differ from organization to organization. But if your interviewer is asking this particular question, you have to mention the IEEE standard. Basically, companies are following, and you have to explain all this point. So, so thank you for watching my video. If you really like my video, click on the like button, and if you have any comments regarding my video and if you have any doubts, kindly write down your comments under the comment section. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. If you be clicking on the bell icon, whatever new videos I will be uploading, you'll be getting notification on that. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.